Let's get right into it. Number 10. Drinking your own pee. If you're ever lost in the desert, dying of thirst, and your brain whispers, "Hey, you are mostly water," please, for the love of kidneys, don't listen. Somewhere along the line, pop culture decided that drinking your own urine was a genius survival move. It's not. It's basically trying to fight dehydration by chugging the liquid your body already rejected for being full of waste. Sure, urine starts out as filtered blood plasma, but by the time it leaves you, it's carrying urea, salt, and other metabolic garbage your kidneys kicked out. So when you drink it again, you're forcing your already overworked kidneys to redo the same job. Only this time, they're dealing with a smaller water budget and a nastier cocktail. It's like trying to clean your dishes with the dirty water you just used to wash them. Even the military survival manuals, which teach people how to eat bugs and sleep inside animal carcasses, specifically say don't do this. It only speeds up dehydration, wrecks your kidneys, and can make you vomit, which, guess what, wastes even more water. So no, Bear Grylls wasn't starting a hydration trend. He was performing for TV with a medical team standing by. Out there alone, you'd just be the world's most dehydrated smoothie machine. Basically, if your plan involves recycling your bodily fluids, you've already lost the survival game. Number 9. Sucking out snake venom. Ah yes, the most famous move in movie survival history, the heroic venom suck. You get bitten, your friend dramatically shouts, "Hold still," and proceeds to give your leg the world's worst hickey. Hollywood logic says this removes the poison. Reality says it just gives you 2 injured people instead of 1. Here's what actually happens. The venom enters your bloodstream almost instantly. You can't just slurp it out like bad spaghetti sauce. It's already inside your tissues. And even if you could get some out, your mouth would absorb the venom too, especially if you have tiny cuts or sores, which, let's be honest, everyone does. Congrats, now you've both been poisoned. Modern medicine laughs at this whole idea. The correct response is to keep the victim calm, immobilize the bitten area, and get to a hospital for antivenom. No knives, no sucking, no tourniquets, no fire. The venom isn't a splinter. It's a molecular weapon designed to shut down your body faster than your internet on payday. So if anyone tries to save you this way, stop them. Tell them to call an ambulance instead of reenacting a weird cowboy ritual. Your bloodstream will thank you. Number 8. Rubbing frostbite. Your hands are frozen solid. Your skin's gone numb. And someone says, "Quick, rub them together to warm them up." Classic move, right? Wrong. You just signed up for a skin-peeling speedrun. When tissue freezes, ice crystals form inside your cells. Those sharp little crystals shred the delicate membranes like microscopic glass shards. If you rub frostbitten skin, you're basically grinding those crystals deeper into the tissue, turning minor frostbite into full-blown necrosis. You're not helping, you're tenderizing. The right move: warm the area gently. Think lukewarm water, not boiling, and definitely not open flames. Avoid sudden heat or friction. You want your cells to thaw slowly, not explode from thermal shock. It's the difference between defrosting a steak in the fridge or nuking it in the microwave. One saves dinner, the other ruins it and smells weird. So next time someone says, "Just rub it," remember, that's advice for genies, not hypothermia. Number 7. Playing dead for bears. Just play dead, they say. Bears won't bother you if you act boring. Okay, but which bear are we talking about? Because that advice only works for one type and can get you eaten by another. Here's the breakdown. If it's a grizzly, big, brown, looks like it bench presses trees, playing dead can work. They often attack defensively, meaning they just want to neutralize a threat. Once you flop down and cover your neck, they might lose interest and leave. But if it's a black bear, congratulations, you just turned yourself into a free sample. Black bears are more likely to see you as prey, and lying down just makes their job easier. You're basically saying, "Dinner's ready, chef." Experts recommend standing your ground, making noise, and appearing large. If the bear still attacks, fight back like your life depends on it, because it does. Aim for the face, eyes, or snout. Bears are strong, but they're not used to being punched in the nose by a terrified human burrito. So yeah, play dead isn't a universal rule. It's situational. Get it wrong, and you've just invented the world's saddest wildlife documentary. Number 6. The fire inside the cave trick. You're lost in the wilderness. The night is freezing, and you stumble across a cozy cave. Perfect. You build a fire inside to stay warm and keep predators out. You sit back, proud of your primal genius, until the oxygen runs out and you pass out faster than your Wi-Fi during a storm. The fire in the cave idea sounds smart because we've all seen it in survival movies. Hero finds a cave, lights a fire, survives the night. But here's the issue: most caves don't have great ventilation. They trap smoke and carbon monoxide like a medieval gas chamber. The fire eats up all the breathable air, and soon you're dozing off not because you're cozy, but because your brain cells are quietly suffocating. And the worst part? You won't even feel it coming. Carbon monoxide binds to your red blood cells 200 times better than oxygen does. It's like oxygen shows up to the party, and carbon monoxide steals its drink, its date, and its car keys. If you absolutely must use a cave, build the fire near the entrance and keep a steady draft going. Smoke should always be blowing out, not curling around your face like a toxic incense spiral. Otherwise, congratulations, you've just invented the least relaxing sauna ever. Number 5. Eating snow to stay hydrated. It's snowing. You're thirsty, and there's a literal buffet of frozen water falling from the sky. So you grab a handful and start eating snow like it's nature's Slurpee. Problem solved, right? Nope. Problem multiplied. Snow might technically be water, but it's frozen water. When you eat it, your body has to waste energy melting it inside you, which lowers your core temperature, right when you need warmth the most. It's like trying to heat your house by opening the freezer. Sure, there's cold air, but it's the wrong kind of help. This internal chill can nudge your body toward hypothermia faster than you think, especially if you're already cold and tired. Plus, snow isn't pure. Picks up pollutants, bacteria, and even animal droppings on the way down or once it lands. You might be slurping a refreshing mix of dirt, chemicals, and goose poop. If you're desperate, melt the snow first, use body heat, sunlight, or a small fire. Warm it up before you drink it, because freezing your insides to quench thirst is about as logical as setting your socks on fire to dry them faster. Number 4. Swimming to safety in rip currents. You're at the beach enjoying your main character ocean moment, when suddenly, whoosh, you're being dragged out to sea. Panic mode activated. Your brain screams, swim back to shore. And that right there is how people drown. Rip currents are sneaky, narrow rivers of fast-moving water that cut straight through the waves. They can drag even Olympic-level swimmers hundreds of meters out in minutes. The instinct to fight it and swim against the current is natural and deadly. You'll exhaust yourself before you make any progress. The correct move? Swim parallel to the shore. Rip currents are usually narrow. If you move sideways for even 20 to 30 meters, you'll exit the pull. Then you can swim diagonally back toward land, riding the waves instead of battling them. Think of it like being caught in a conveyor belt. You don't win by sprinting against it. You step off the side. But since humans panic when the ocean says, mine now, logic tends to take a back seat. So remember, the sea isn't out to get you, but it is happy to demonstrate physics at your expense. Number 3. Eating wild plants like a caveman. You're starving, surrounded by mysterious greenery, and your survival instincts whisper, plants are natural. Natural means safe, right? Wrong. You just gave your digestive system a lottery ticket it really doesn't want to win. Here's the fun thing about plants. Many have evolved specifically to not be eaten. They defend themselves with toxins, alkaloids, and irritants that make your stomach turn into a washing machine of regret. And they often look deceptively similar. Edible berries and deadly ones are basically twins. Hemlock, for example, looks like wild carrots, except it kills you instead of helping your eyesight. Some survival gurus say you can test a plant by rubbing it on your skin or tasting a small amount. Don't. That's not science, it's roulette. Some toxins take hours to work, others minutes. And by the time symptoms kick in, you're too weak to find help. Real survivalists say, unless you know the plant species 100%, skip it. You'll lose more energy recovering from food poisoning than you would from hunger. Basically, if your hunger plan involves guessing which salad won't assassinate you, it's time to look for bugs instead. Number 2. Tourniquets for everything. The old strap it tight and cut off the blood method, the Swiss Army knife of bad first aid. Somewhere in the collective human brain, we decided that a tourniquet is the solution to any bleeding situation. Got a paper cut? Tourniquet. Stub toe? Tourniquet. Mild nosebleed? Better cut off circulation to the entire face, right? Here's the truth. Tourniquets can save lives, but only when used correctly, on severe limb injuries where blood is spurting like a bad horror movie effect. Otherwise, they're just overkill. Literally. When you slap one on too tight or leave it too long, you don't just stop bleeding, you stop all circulation. The tissue below it starts dying from lack of oxygen. After about 2 hours, you're looking at nerve damage, gangrene, and a possible amputation. Congratulations, you stopped the bleeding and your leg. The smart move? Apply direct pressure first. Use clean fabric, press down hard, and only use a tourniquet if it's life or death and you know how. It's not a fashion accessory, it's a last resort. But hey, if you want to cosplay as a Civil War medic in the middle of a hiking trip, go ahead. Just don't expect your limb to RSVP to the next adventure. Number 1. Sheltering under trees during storms. You're hiking, thunder cracks, rain pours, and there's a perfect tree right there. You rush under it, thinking, ha! Outsmarted nature again. Except, that's exactly how people become lightning conductors. Trees are tall, wet, and rooted directly into the ground. Basically nature's lightning magnets. When you huddle beneath one, you're placing yourself in the most convenient path between sky electricity and dirt. Even if lightning doesn't hit the tree directly, the electrical charge can jump, spreading across the ground or splintering through branches like an invisible blast wave. And that's not even the only danger. Heavy rain loosens roots, lightning can explode bark, and falling branches love to make surprise appearances. So your safe tree? It's actually a ticking wooden bomb. The safer move is to crouch low in an open area, feet together, head down, hands over ears. Not lying flat, that increases ground contact, but crouched like you're hiding from judgment itself. Avoid tall objects, metal gear, and anything that sticks up higher than you. So no, Mother Nature doesn't care that you're just waiting for the rain to pass. She's literally throwing 300 million volts at the ground. Stay away from the trees unless you want to end your hike as a campfire story. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.